What is up, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Goblin, and today I'm coming in with a story time for you guys about being blacked out off Xanax. But before I dive into that, I would like to mention a couple things. First off, I really want to stress the fact that I don't encourage anyone to try the things that I do in my videos, especially this video. This was incredibly stupid of me, and if you are going to do the drugs I do talk about in my videos, I highly encourage you not to mix them, let alone do them or follow in my footsteps. But anyways, if you do enjoy this video, drop a like, and let me know if you have any similar experiences in the comment section below, and also don't forget to add me on Snapchat if you guys want to interact with me. But anyways, let's dive into it. So, blacked out off Xanax. Now, I wasn't blacked out solely because of the Xans. There was actually quite the mix of things going on in my body, which I will get to. But basically, this took place about a month and a half ago, I want to say. Fairly recent, and this was like a couple weeks before I went into rehab. And I knew at this point that I was quite possibly going into rehab, so I just wanted to turn up and go crazy before I went in and just do as many things as I could. So on this particular night, I was fucking going crazy, and by that I mean doing an absurd amount of things. I ended up smoking about 4 grams this night. I smoked some synthetics, and I drank, and I popped Sans. But how this night started is basically I went over to my homie. We're going to call him Chad's house. And Chad I also mentioned in the second part of the candy flip story, which came out today before this, but Chad is the guy. Chad is the dude. He has the house that you're going to be at if you're doing anything illegal or getting some dope or anything like that. He's just got the spot where you're going to be if you're doing some illicit things. So I slid over to Chad's house, and I already had some bars. I had 2 Hulks, and Hulks are supposedly 3 milligrams, although some of them are lab pressed and they're more or less. I mean, it really depends, but Hulks are typically 3 milligrams. The ones I had were 3, and I'm not a big Xan person. Like, even at the time, I wasn't, but I just kind of felt like it because I hadn't done Xanax in such a long time. I was like, what the fuck? I might be going to rehab. Might as well do it while I still can. So I had 2 Hulks, and I had a bottle of rum chata. Rum chata is not terribly strong liquor. It is 13% alcohol, and it's really smooth, actually. It tastes kind of like a vanilla shake if it was, like, melted and, like, you put a little vodka in it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe, but rum chata is really smooth either way. And if you guys have ever drank that, then shouts to you. It's good as fuck. You know what I'm talking about. And I also had a little bit of synthetics and about a little over an eighth of weed. So I slid over to Chad's house and we were kicking it. And at this point, we were already smoking a couple blunts. I was already a little bit high. And I brought my backpack into Chad's house with me. And I showed him the bottle of rum chata. And he's like, bet. We could get it bussin'. And I also had some synthetics with me. Like, I had everything. So we were smoking blunts, kicking it, hanging out. And then I decided I wanted to drink a little bit. So I busted out the bottle of rum chata, downed basically the whole thing. Now, it's not too strong, like I mentioned. It's only like 13 or 14% alcohol. But the whole thing, I mean, it had me feeling decent. It had me not necessarily drunk, but like feeling pretty fucking good, I guess you could say. So I killed basically the whole bottle, and at that point, I was pretty fucked up. I was pretty high, a little bit drunk. The combination of both kind of intensified it, and then I popped the Xans. I popped 2 Hulks. I popped them pretty much back to back, like immediately. Popped one, took a sip of water, and popped the other, and at that point, I was just feeling stupid. I was just feeling fucking brain dead. Like, I couldn't even think. It took maybe 30, 45 minutes for the Xans to start to kick in, and at that point, I was pretty barred. And towards the end of this, I don't even remember what happened, but I've seen videos of me this night. So I'm kind of, at this point, I'm piecing together the story by videos of me and what I was told by friends. So basically, I was pretty barred out, and me and Chad decided that we wanted to go get some food. So he hopped in the driver's seat of my car, I hopped in the passenger seat, and we were cruising it up to McDonald's. And he has a McDonald's pretty close to his house, so it's not that much of a mission. So we cruised it up there, and I realized that I had some synthetics, and I was like, fuck it, I want to get a little more baked, because at this point, the high was kind of wearing down from the weed. You know, I'd smoked a lot, but I didn't feel like spending any more on weed if I already had some fucking synthetics. So Chad was like, all right, you can smoke that shit. I don't fuck with synthetics. I was like, whatever, I'll go for it. So the synthetics I had this time were powder. They weren't actually like some herbal mix like K2 or any of that spice shit. They were an actual little powder. So I had to do it kind of crackheadish. I had some tin foil in my car, and when we went up to McDonald's, I just asked for a cup of water with a straw so I could take the straw and smoke it with that. And I put the little powder on my tinfoil. I don't remember exactly what kind of synthetics these were. I don't remember the name of it or whatever, or like the name of the chemical. But either way, sprinkled it on the tinfoil, lit that shit from below like a fucking crackhead, and got to it. And At that point, I immediately, without even exhaling my second or third hit, blacked out. And this was where the fun kind of came in, because I've seen some videos of me this night completely like passed out asleep. I wasn't like unconscious, I was like sleeping. Like literally I took a couple hits of this and I was immediately like snoring, like just blacked the fuck out. And my friends were like trying to wake me up and they were shaking me. They're like, Nick, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, you're tired of shit. And I was out cold. I woke up a little bit later. I want to say it was like maybe 30 minutes later, according to them, 30 minutes to like an hour, and I was just barred out of my fucking mind. So it was quite the little mix of chemicals going on there, quite the little fucking drug stew, I guess you could say, going on in my body. But I hope you guys did enjoy this quick little story. Drop a like if you did, and don't forget to ask me questions for my upcoming Q&A. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Shorty, whatever you want, whatever you want. Shorty, whatever you want, whatever you want. All a nigga gotta kick more, big game than a little bit. I need tall money in the